So I'm here at the Liberty Lake Regional Park. Last year, there was huge renovations made to this park. I haven't been here since the renovations were made. I came here last week, kind of looked briefly, but here I'm looking a little bit more. This is the parking lot. This was gravel when I was a kid, which is crazy. It used to have bushes that kind of went around all around the parking lot here. That was really cool. But it's still pretty much the same from when I was a child. I used to come here a lot as a kid. It's pretty much the same, but they've made some really amazing changes. This sign is new here. That has some of the rules and regulations here. So cool. And again, this is now all paved. And all those bushes were removed. Looks really good. I believe this playground is actually... A bug just flew in my ear. Y'all. Anyway, I believe this playground's the same from when I was younger. It might have been remodeled at some point, but I actually don't quite remember if this playground was original or not, or if they renovated it in the last couple years. They probably renovated it in the last couple years, but I haven't been here consistently since I want to say 2019 was the last time I was here consistently. Again, looks lovely. Quite a bit of parking. Pretty busy here in the summer. We're gonna walk over and check out this sign over here. Here is another new sign that they have added in here. There is actually some doggy pot cleanup bags here. Lovely. There's me, hello. We got some information about the trails. Burn restriction notice there. They're camping. They do have cabins that are located up that way, which will be over in that general area, but not very close to it. They have their off-road park. It's really cool. I've never done that, but I have hiked. Here's a map of everything here. So there's the beach area, which is where we're at right now. Up here is where there's the campground and the trail access. Some information about it over the years here. But it says right here, Spokane County purchased what is today's Liberty Lake Regional Park in 1966. Spokane County collaborated with a local landscape architect, L. Keith Hellstorm, to create a master plan for the new park. This master plan included a nature playground, picnic shelters, a boardwalk, an amphitheater, restrooms, and a campground. These improvements were added to the park over time in early 1970s. Since then, various improvements and replacements have been made. Truly, this park was a huge part of my childhood. We're going to be walking down to this amphitheater. This is closed. This has completely collapsed, actually, part of this bridge, which is very sad. I used to love going out there and being in like the marshlands. But unfortunately, you can't really do that anymore. Some more information about the improvements that they did. First paved improvements were in 2024. Today's 2025. This is the first time I'm seeing it. It's the first season that it was open. Bear activity as well. There are bears here. Again, burn restrictions. But I'm going to walk you guys down over this way and then we'll check out the lake. But over here is some stuff and we're going to go look at it and check out the amphitheater. It is so interesting coming back here. Whenever I come back here, I just remember going here for Girl Scouts. We would set up camp right back there for Girl Scouts, which was super fun. And at one time, this little old staircase here before this was kind of put in, this was an old staircase. I've been here my whole childhood. But this little staircase here, one time I found a snake. So one time I found a little snake there, which was super funny. So yeah, interesting. Kind of cool being back here. Remember having lunches and making ice cream with cream and salt and ice in a bag over there. These are bathrooms and showers. And they're pretty much the same. I don't think any of this has been renovated yet. It all looks the same from when I was a kid, like 20 years ago. Crazy. Now the facilities are locked for the season. We are in kind of mid-October here. But these are pretty much the same. I think the water might still be running. Nope. It was running last week, but it looks like they shut it off. So if you can still access the park, obviously, all year round, but the park is officially open somewhere around May, and then it closes around September. So just keep that in mind if you want to use certain facilities, if you want a lifeguard on duty for the lake, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you keep that in mind. Now this is one of the really cool parts about this park, is that there's a small amphitheater down here. I'll walk down there briefly, but there is a lot of flies that will bite you around this time of year, especially with how overgrown the marshlands have gotten. This amphitheater, little performances would be done. I remember being in Girl Scouts and performing things here. So there's a lot of nostalgia here, but this is quite nice, and this is all original to the park from when it first was built. And yeah, I have a lot of memories down here, so I'll go ahead and I'll walk down briefly and kind of show you guys some of the cool stuff. And right down there is that walkway that would walk through the entire marshlands, go out there. Oh, there's some quail down there. Oh, look at the quail. Oh, they're so cute. I love all the wildlife that is found here. Just beautiful. Anyway, you go out into the marshland and you got this beautiful view of the mountains out there in the middle. It was really beautiful. But I'll show you through the gates there what it looks like. I really hope they renovate that soon, because I feel like it's one of the really big highlights, I feel like, of this park, and made it really unique and memorable. I remember camping. I'm not gonna walk up there, but right up here are some cabins. You can see the fence line there. There's cabins over there. I remember waking up at 5 a.m. and walking down here and walking out and watching the sunrise in the summertime, camping out here all by myself, and it was beautiful. So I have a lot of very positive memories of this amphitheater and of that little boardwalk. So I will try to get some video of it without getting too attacked by flies. So wish me luck. All right, we are down here at the amphitheater now. There's a lot of quail making their way. Here's some information about the park. If you'd like to go ahead and pause and read that information, I'll leave it here for just a second so you can pause and read it, but it gives some really amazing information about the park. Over here is some more information about the park here. Now I'll go ahead and walk over here so you can see. So I'm going to pause and read. Give some good information about the park here and about the marsh lands here. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time due to the flies, but this was the boardwalk where you could walk. See if I can get a decent view of it for you guys. You could walk all the way down there. You can kind of see it down there. And there was a circular platform that you could stand on down there and enjoy a beautiful view of the marshland and watch the ducks. There's a lot of flies though. I am going to head away from here. But yeah, Girl Scouts were amazing here. Would sit at these benches and watch shows or even perform in them and stuff. So a lot of amazing memories for me at this park, and it's really exciting for me to see it get restored. It's beautiful. There's already flies attacking me. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna head back up to the parking lot, and we're gonna walk down to the lake, and I'll show you the amazing improvements that they've made to the lake. All right. I have my dog here, Fizbee. He's enjoying it. My mom's walking him while I film stuff, and he's just having a blast. He loves it here. Dogs are allowed in the main park. They're not allowed by the beach, but they must be leashed and harnessed at all times. But they are allowed here, so he's having a good time. Now again, this is the playground. I walked back over here. There's the parking lot's right over here. And again, I'm not quite sure when this playground was put in. There's a sign over here, so I'm gonna go see if there's any information about it. But I'm really not sure when this playground was put in. But we are gonna be walking towards the beach, which is over here. A nice new path. Let's check out this sign. Now, sadly, there's no information about when this was put in, but there is information about safety on the playground, which is always nice to see. Again, I believe this is the burn restriction notice. Yep. For the parks, as you can see, it is off season, so all the girls are covered. And again, this is a wonderful recreational park. Now, there's some really cool things that were made. Now, obviously, there are stairs right here, which means that lake access from the main parking lot is not ADA accessible. However, there's another parking lot right over here that is new. That is ADA, and it allows people to access the beach that maybe are in need of wheelchair accessible walkways. So we're gonna go ahead and walk down this path here, and I'll meet you again down here at the bridge. Now, this pathway is all pretty new, which is amazing to see. I was very excited when I heard that they were putting in new pathways that were more ADA compliant. It's wonderful to see. Now, obviously, like I said earlier, no dogs are allowed on the beach. I'm not sure if they are allowed on only the pathway and just not the sand. I'm not sure. I have not gotten that information, but it seems like they're pretty strict about no dogs being allowed. Now, right here is a water quality protection area. No dogs, no humans are allowed in this area. Make sure you are always respectful of your county parks. If you keep them nice, they stay beautiful, just like this. Absolutely stunning, isn't that? Now, here is that ADA parking lot I was talking about. Amazing opportunity for people who have disabilities and were unable to enjoy this park before, have the ability to do so now. It's amazing that this was put in. I feel like allowing people to enjoy our county parks and making them more accessible is always something that should be celebrated. And it truly is. Over here we have information about the mallard duck. And again, these are all parking spots available. When I was a child, I used to climb this tree. Now again, this is all new. All these concrete pads are new. Really lovely and wonderful. I'm very sorry about the wind, by the way. Now, these bathrooms, I'm unsure if they are new. I believe that these are the same bathrooms that were here before, but they have just updated them a little bit. Absolutely beautiful. This covered part over here, new. All these covered sections are new, and there's a beautiful path. If you are a wheelchair user, you are able to go all the way down onto the dock. That's amazing. The fact that this is available for people is just really, really, really warms my heart. It's nice to see that Liberty Lake took that as a priority and made it happen. Obviously this path goes directly onto the docks. We'll go onto the docks in just a second. I'll give you guys a beautiful view of the lake right next to the marshlands here. Absolutely stunning. This is one of my favorite places. Definitely. Now they have some rules here. This is all new as well. So we have some information about the beach rules here, as well as dock rules. And right here, now last week there were still jackets on here, but they have loaner life jackets. Now they have been removed since last week, but there are life jackets available for people to use. The beach is in great condition. Now beforehand, there was only one dock that jetted out here, very small wooden dock, and then there was a floating pad, like a floating dock pad out there. That was all that was out here before. That was what I had as a kid and as a teenager up until 2024 when they renovated this park and really brought it to life again. I'm very grateful that I've got to come down here. It's hard for me to get out and do things, and it's been very, very grateful for that. And sorry for the wind, but I hope I make up for the wind by showing you this stunning view. This water is so clear. Liberty Lake used to be a very gross lake. Not necessarily when I was a kid, coming up onto my 30s here. And it was not the cleanest lake when I was a child, but it definitely was cleaner than it had been in the past. So I think over time Liberty Lake has become truly a nice lake. The community has its issues, like any community, but I'm very grateful I got to grow up here. Truly grateful I got to grow up here. And I don't think it was a half bad place to be a kid. There was a lot to do in Liberty Lake, especially come here in the summer. Here at popping the ducks. This is a beautiful dock, as you can see here. Metal, wonderful. And the water just looks so clean and clear. I think part of that has to do with the time of year, but I think the other part of it definitely is just the effort that the community has put into making this lake a beautiful place to swim and live. For sure. Have some algae blooming. That's pretty common for this time of year. It just looks wonderful. Now this is brand new, obviously, and this is really cool. This is an easy dock system for going into like a kayak, I believe. Yeah, kayaks and canoes. Easy transfer system here. This is amazing. That if you want to do that and stuff like that and have an easy launching system, they have that available now. I see a lot of people would come out here, obviously, and launch their kayaks and canoes. And this is all Liberty Lake. It's not a huge lake. It's definitely a big lake, but it's not a huge lake. We're right near Coeur d'Alene Lake, which is over in Idaho, which is a absolutely massive lake. This is a lot smaller. We have see the lake weed. Oh, when I was a kid, that stuff touching your feet. So scary. It's beautiful though. We have a caution sign here. It looks like maybe something got broken or something over here, or gone down. I'm not sure. I'll be careful here. Here's more of the dock rolls. Maybe some information about that. And there's some lovely ducks right down this way. Be careful walking on this one. But it looks like we have some ducks out today. Hanging out on the lake. There's the marshland. Again, that you used to be able to. Now again, you used to be able to walk out on that platform I showed you earlier. You used to be able to walk out in the middle here. And it was just beautiful. So I really miss that, but I'll let you guys get a look at this beautiful view here. Just stunning. And like I said, renovations took place last year, 2024. The park was shut down for the season. You still could come here, but you had to park somewhere else and walk down, which is quite a walk to get down here. So yeah, it's nice that they got it opened up this season and we're able to have people enjoy it and I'm grateful I got to come down here and see it. Again, I have a lot of nostalgia with this park because I grew up going here. So it's nice to see it. It's nice to see it be way more accessible than it was before, and really just look absolutely wonderful. It's nice to see it and be back here. And yeah, I'm gonna make my way back to the car here. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this park and its renovations. Coming with me on this little adventure today. And I will see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And thank you guys so much for watching and coming around with me at this beautiful park.